At present, all 8 top positions in this institution are on a contract basis. The next tier, which includes the senior manager position, also has vacancies. This means that a considerable portion of the organizational hierarchy consists of individuals recruited on a contractual basis. As a result, we are faced with a serious issue regarding accountability. That's right. The problem is there is no sense of accountability or responsibility to continue this properly. However, during a board meeting held in September 2024, the contracts, which were initially for 2 years, were extended to 5 years.
මේ ආයතනයේ සම්පූර්ණ හෙඩ් එක කොන්ත්‍රාත් පදනමින් තියලා වැඩ කිරීම මේ ආයතනයට සහ මේකට සුබදායි නැහැ කියන එක අපේ අදහස.
පිළිගන්නවා. ඒ පිළිගන්නවා. ඒ ගැන සම්බන්ධ අපි සාකච්ඡා කරන DMS එකේ GM එකට කතා කරලා
දීලා තිබ්බ ඇත්තටම ඒක මේ කෝප් කමිටුවෙන් හින්දා ටිකක් ඉස්සරහට ගියා.
24 ජුලි මාසේ 850ක විතර එම්ප්ලොයිස්ලා ප්‍රමාණයක් පර්මනන්ට් කාඩර් එකට ඇතුළත් කරගෙන තියෙනවා.
සර් ඇත්තටම මේ
Actually, many of those employees were working on a casual basis in our outlets. In some locations, there were only 1 or 2 people working. So a few of those short-term employees were among those approved for permanency.
කණ්ඩායමක් තමයි අනුමත වෙලා තියෙන්නේ.
2024 ජුලි මාසේ.
In July 2024, just before the August-September elections, 850 employees were absorbed into the permanent cadre. It is clearly stated that no employee can be recruited without the approval of the Prime Minister's committee. So what exactly happened here? Because there shouldn't be any excess cadre. Mr. Chairman, not all 800 were recruited at once. In 2023, 375 employees were appointed, and in 2024, another 476 were recruited. So that's across both years.
ඒ වර්ෂ දෙකට. දැන් මේ වගේ බඳවා ගැනීම වලට DMS අනුමැතිය ඕනේ නැද්ද?
මේ ඒ අවස්ථාවේ
At that time, during the previous government, as far as I know, the management had obtained permission for that process.
ඒකේ තනතුරු 400 බැගින් අනුමත කරලා තියෙනවා. එතන මේ ගැටලුවක් තියෙනවා. ඉතින් SWR අනුමත කිරීමේදීත් ගැටලුවක් තියෙනවා. අවශ්‍ය සුසුකම් සම්පූර්ණ කරපු නැති කොටසක් ඉන්නවා.
සවනාත ඇත්තටම මේ
Mr. Chairman, I was appointed to the board under the new government. When we came in, we did not realize the extent of the damage caused to this institution. It's far worse than we thought. From what I can see, this organization has been structured for corruption from the very beginning. The real purpose of this institution is to provide essential goods to consumers at affordable prices. But under the current structure, it is difficult to function effectively unless the management operates at a level comparable to the private sector.
It was also revealed that the government had incurred a loss of 15 billion rupees through the importation of rice in previous years.
ලංකා සතුස ආයතනය විසින් 2014
The Lanka Sathosa institution incurred 27 billion rupees in expenditures on imported rice during 2014 and 2015. Specifically 27.011 billion rupees. However, the sales of these rice stocks generated only around 11,854 million rupees in revenue. This resulted in a loss of 15.157 billion rupees. During the 2015 presidential election, an additional 61,354 metric tons of rice were imported to ensure adequate supply. Under an agreement, 25,000 metric tons were imported from Bangladesh. Such massive rice imports effectively wasted public funds. Furthermore, the imported stocks were stored in warehouses that eventually deteriorated. Many of these locations were unsuitable for storage, emitting foul odors, and the rice could not be properly distributed across the provinces. Hence, the company suffered a total of 15 billion rupees or 15.157 billion rupees. This is not a trivial amount. The critical issue is that no investigation has been conducted by the institution to identify who was responsible for making these decisions that caused such significant losses.
පරීක්ෂණයක් ආයතනය විසින් සිද්ධ කළා නැහැ.
දැනට මේ සම්බන්ධව CID එකේ නීතිපති දෙපාර්තමේන්තුවට චෝදනා ගොනු කරන්න බාර දීලා තියෙනවා.
ඒකට මේ විගණන වාර්තාව පදනම් කරගෙන තියෙනවද?
මේ විගණන වාර්තාව පදනම් කරගෙන නැහැ. අප සතුව තිබ්බ ඔක්කොම ඉන්ෆර්මේෂන් මම ප්‍රොවයිඩ් කරලා තියෙනවා CID එකට.
තරම් පාඩුවක් සිදු කිරීම
Such a massive loss occurred because they imported rice without even identifying proper storage facilities. This entire report submitted on the 30th December 2016 outlines the issue. It's been 9 years since then, yet no concrete action has been taken.
අදටත් අවුරුදු 9ක් වාර්තාව දීලා.
The Lanka Sathosa chairman also explained issues related to procurement and stock maintenance.
When purchasing goods for any chain or bringing them into the store, the expiry date must be entered into the system. Otherwise, we don't know when it expires. Unfortunately, in some locations, the expiry dates were incorrectly entered as 2045 or 2050. These products were then used in operations. The staff knew that once the goods arrived, payment would only be received after 7 to 8 months. Consequently, what they did was bring near expiry items into the system. All the goods that came in were near expiry. So where do these items eventually expire? At the outlets. The problem is that when the goods expire at the outlets, there is no proper mechanism to return them to the supplier. There is no systematic process for that. Ultimately, by the end of the year, during inventory checks, we still have these expired goods in stock. There is a substantial quantity stored in warehouses and we cannot resell them.
අපිට ඒවා මේ රිකන්සයිල් කරගන්න බැරුව.
නැවත මුල ඉඳලා ආරම්භ කළ යුතු මට්ටමේ තියෙන ආයතනයක් විදිහට තමයි දකින්නේ.
නෑ අපි ඇත්තටම ගන්න ජර්මන් මේ අර ගේ ඇතුළේ ඉඳන් අතිවරම හදනවා වගේ වැඩක් මේ කරන්නේ.
ඒක තමයි.